رجال بالملعب وانا في شوق معك يا زعيم.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks. I'm put this on. And welcome to the match preview for PSG versus Bayern München. We're here talking about the game that's going to happen tonight. Now, before I begin, since this is a Bayern-based video, it's only right that I talk about this very quickly. Not going to say much on it, but for those of you who aren't aware, moving forward, I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start be doing myself more watch-alongs for Bayern München. Yes, they heard that right. I am no longer a part of the Bayern View for reasons that I do not want to explain here, unless if something is mentioned about me, out of respect for both sides. But I just wanted to let you know, moving forward, yeah, it's time that I do more Bayern content. It's time that I do Bayern watch along. So expect that moving forward. And it kicks off with this game later on today or tonight. But guys, you know what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way, go check socials, and inshallah you're well wherever you may be. Also, it's only right. One more thing. It's only right that I say I wish him the best of luck with what he does. Because if there's one thing that I'll be grateful for is the fact that he gave me a platform. And I mean when I say this, that he gave me a platform for me to even do this. Even though he likes to brag about it, but it's the truth, to be fair. So yeah. Listen, now I'd say we talk about the game. Listen, in regarding to the game, we're playing as PSG. And the way I see it, we're both gonna have the ball in phases of the game. I would not be shocked if at some phases it's quite competitive, especially at the start, so that each side can figure one another out. And I mean, I know Enrique talked about the game in the press conference. Company did the same. And long story short, there's an element of respect there. I mean, with Enrique, apparently he doesn't care about the revenge. He just cares about making to the final because he's more worried about focusing about the fact that Bayern is competitive. Company, same thing. Like for him, it's about, and he was talking about, what was he talking about? He was talking about how they're going to force you to defend at times, so we're going to have to defend at times. There are times in which we're going to get our chance. We have to, create and take it. Like, there's an element of respect there, and I appreciate that. But again, you can speak all you want, but there's a saying. You talk the talk, but you got to walk the walk as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Will we do it? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is champions of Europe. I know when we played them in the league phase, we won 1-0. I'm aware of that. I really am. But this is not the same PSG. I'm aware Ousmane Dembele got a red, but this Ousmane Dembele, apparently he's going to be back for this game. Not the same. Now, that guy, this Ousmane Dembele is looking more dangerous than ever. You know what I mean? They signed Kvaratskhelia as well, and he's been looking dangerous. Desiree Doué, I wish we got him, man, because what a player he has become since he went to Paris Saint-Germain. I know he was good at, was it Stade Rennais, I think? I think it was. What a player he was there as well. But, like, he's elevated himself at PSG, you know? Then you look at the midfield of Joao Neves, Vitinha, and even Fabian Ruiz. Listen, Fabian Ruiz is a very good player, but you could have at least put him in a conversation with, let's say, a midfield like where we have Kimmich, for example, you know? Even though I do think technically Ruiz is better, but in other aspects, you would say Kimmich could edge him. So, yeah, it's just one of them ones, really. It's one of them ones. And listen, Kimmich, again, I've said it before. When it comes to creating chances in his own ways, in terms with the picking up passes and crosses into the box, brilliant. But then who's next to him? I mean, Pavlovic, if he's 100%, great. But he's not been 100%. You know what I mean? Because he's similar to Kimmich and can actually defend better than Kimmich. But not been 100%. Goretzka, for some reason, has been on it this past year. But again, do I trust this guy against a Vitinha, Ruiz, and Neves? No, I don't. Like I really don't, man. And this is why I just struggle to see us beating PSG, whether it's competitive result or non-competitive result. I just don't see us winning. I really don't. Like it would take for us. I genuinely think low key what it would take for us to do is sit deep and hit in transition. I can't believe I'm saying this. That's what it would take for us to do. But knowing us, we'll probably want the ball, and we'll want the ball. They'll be the one hitting in transition. I can sense this shit from a mile away. From a mile away, I can already see where this is going, and that's my fear. That's exactly my fear. Especially with the crop of players that we have. Then you're probably going to have either Stani or Guerrero. You're probably gonna have Lime, or you're probably gonna have Ton Hooper, and Ton Hooper's suspect, even though Ta has actually been playing well, but this is gonna be his biggest test, and I think he'll get caught out in this game. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets caught out in this game. And then it would, again, all these factors considered, it would take Manuel Neuer to make save after save after save after save. We would need prime Neuer back. Generally, we would need prime Neuer back. We would need the Neuer that was moving crazy against Jazair, Algeria, for those who don't know. You know, we would need the Neuer that was moving mad in that Champions League final in 2020. Like, we would need that Neuer, bro. Like, we would, or similarly to the Hilal case, Bono. You know, when he was making saves against City, Madrid, and like, we would need that Bono, bro. Like, but with Neuer. Like, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy what it would take to beat this PSG. And also, here's another thing: Harry Kane in big games. Can he actually score? I know he scored against Flamengo. Great. Well taking goals, but can he turn up in the biggest of moments? This is the opportunity now. You're playing as Champions League winners, Paris Saint-Germain. They won it in our stadium, the Allianz Arena. Like, if you want to prove yourself, this is the time. It's the time. The time is now. Will they do it? I don't know. I hope they do it. I really do. I genuinely hope that they can. And I'll be supporting them minute 1 to 90. But hell, if it gets to 120 pounds, it gets the pens. It is what it is. But the moment we lose, I wouldn't be shocked. If we win, great. But then job's not even done because you have to go to past most likely Madrid or even their Classicer if we even get that, which is actually more favorite of us because I actually rate us more than Dortmund. But you get the point, right? And then the finals, Chelsea or Palmeiras. I mean, again, knowing Bayern, they can fumble those as well. Like, the point I'm trying to make is, or even Fluminense. How did I forget Fluminense? They beat El Hilal. Oh, great. Thank you. Thanks for reminding myself that. But yeah, listen, with Bayern, I just feel like I think they're gonna have to adapt to what's happening with PSG. If PSG have the ball, defend your heart out. Try to catch him on the break. And here's the thing: we need to make the right selection. No more Leroy Zani, alhamdulillah. So now we make the right selection here. So yeah, listen. Speaking of selections, I actually want to talk about the lineups. By the way, did I mention already that Fabian Ruiz apparently was not training and then eventually trained the last training session they had? Yeah, so he's probably gonna play. That's why I mentioned him. But yeah, listen, Neuer in goal, no brainer. Lima right back's been performing out of his skin, one of our better players. But here's the thing: he needs to be very careful because Kvaratskhelia is in his side. He has to be very careful when it comes to pressing and when we lose the ball because his recovery pace is not the best. But I will say his position aware has been better. His energy he's been more energetic. So I hope continue, but it's against Kfar Shkhelia, so he has to be very. It could be against Desiree Doué as well. Don't let's not, because Kfar Shkhelia can go play on the other side. I think so. I think this is something that needs to be look out for. We need to look out for. Stani, another little guy that has work cut out for him. Another guy. He also needs to be aware because, like I mentioned, depending on where Doué plays or where Kvara plays, the other like they can move around, and he's gonna be dealing with a Hakimi. Hakimi loves to push up. I actually think Hakimi, he with the fact that he loves to push up, I actually think he will have a better game low key than he will, and I'll tell you why in a second. But Hakimi pushing up, if we're in transition, he can try to make the runs, but then again, can he finish? But then again, you have Nabri or him. Which one are you gonna pick? You're more likely to pick him, you know. That's just how it is. And he knows PSG in and out and all that stuff because he used to play for them, scored against them in the Champions League, all this stuff. So you're more likely to play Coman here. So that's why I put him left wing over there. But then again, yeah, Stanisic, he's gonna have his work cut out for him. Not just Hakimi, whether it's Kvaratskhelia or Doué or even Dembele, depending on how they line up their team. Like, it's going to be long. Same with Tanu Upamecano. They're going to have their work cut out for them. I'm telling you right now, these man, they're going to be tested like MFers, bro. So they need to be prepared. وبعدين we have Kimmich and Pavlo. I think they're the best midfield to play. I know Goretzka played pretty all right in the Flamengo game, but it wasn't like he played unbelievable 10 out of 10 or anything. Nah, he didn't. He was, for me, it was mid, but he had some phases in which he done something. I would still rather Pavlo. If Pavlo don't look on it and we're still in it, then you bring a Goretzka or something. That's what I would do. But I know that company's probably going to play Goretzka because of what I mentioned earlier. Still, I don't know, man. Against PSG, I'm not sure. And then Ulisse on the right, obviously. And again, despite what I'm saying about why I think he will not have the best of games compared to him, I still think he should play. He's one of our better players, of course. The thing is with Ulisse, though, I want you guys to focus on something here. He is going to be dealing with, let's be honest, the most informed left back in the world today. And that is Nuno Mendes. This is the same guy that dealt with Mohamed Salah. It's the same guy that dealt with Lamine Yamal. And hell, if you want to add, he even he was unreal in the final. Who was there? He dealt with Saka too to some degree. You know what I mean? So Nuno Mendes is on fire, bro. So I think Ulises is gonna have his work cut out for him because I think Nuno Mendes has been defensively solid, and he's been unbelievable going forward as well. Like he's really improved his game since the past year or two. So fair play to him, you know what I mean? And I think it'll be tougher. Now Harry Kane, he's gonna be more likely to drop deep this game. Maybe he'll try to exploit a weakness that PSG have in their backline, maybe, which is going to be what's his name, Marquinhos. He will try to at least. Now my thing is with him when he gets to the spaces, will he take his opportunities? That's the only question I have for them. You know what I mean? And then listen, Musiala, I think we need to start him. This is a game that you need to start him in. I know we've been starting Nabri or Muller. No, Muller's been coming off the bench actually. But he did start one or two of the games. I think now Musiala, I think he's good to start again. And this is the game. We need to go all guns blazing in this one. And then obviously afterwards they can rest, come back for the season. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I would personally go with for lineups. Now, what do I predict, man? There you are. Anyway, predictions. It's actually tough, you know. Believe it or not, despite me not thinking that Bayern will win, but Hey, listen, big up mango smoothies, man. By the way, for those who say unhealthy, I'm having a cheat day today, so hold on. Ooh, I actually don't know. I don't think they'll destroy us, but I think they'll beat us. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go crazy here. It's ballsy, but I'm gonna do it. I know we're gonna lose. I know it. But my gut tells me the fact that PSG in some phases might not be fully in it. I think this is gonna be the normal time score. And I think this is going to be the extra time score too. I really think so. But then what I think happens is what I think happens, man, is I think that you know what? Let's see. Could this be a score on or is it or actually I don't know if by the way, let me know if this could be a score or not. This, but on pens. On pens. I think we get eliminated on pens, you know. I genuinely think so. Something tells me we're getting eliminated on penalty shootouts. I mean, if we go through, I'll be the happiest man, but I will know job ain't done. So, oh, sure, let me keep this. Guys, you know what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way, go check socials, and inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. And yeah, man, like I said, I'm gonna start doing watch alongs for Bayern München matches on my channel. So stay tuned for that one. I know people have been looking forward to seeing that for a very long time, but I've been trying to reserve myself from doing that out of respect. But yeah, that I think the time has now come in which it's time for me to move on for reasons. But listen, you guys know what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way, go check socials, and inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. Gonna bounce. Take care. See you all later.